So we know that the DC Universe has a bunch of projects that are announced, but not a lot of dates for those projects. We got 2026 wrapped up, and I want to take a look at that and give y'all my predictions for the 2027 slate, and I think I got them all right, not gonna lie. Enough of what we know is already confirmed. We got Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow coming out in 2026 in June, but like I've said before, it wouldn't surprise me if they dropped this earlier, bro. I don't know anything that's gonna compete with Supergirl dropping early in the year. Let me double check that actually. Just capped so hard. Like, y'all just caught me capping in 4K. There's kind of a crazy lineup going around Supergirl. You got Scary Movie 6, you got the Masters of the Universe movie, you got Mandalorian and Grogu, you got a Steven Spielberg movie, and you got Toy Story 5 the week before. You might want to keep that date in July or in June. I'm not gonna lie to you. Unless they wanted to move it before the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, I could see that too. But nah, they're probably safe with that June 26th because look at what's coming out after it. They're good into the Odyssey. They're chilling. Just got so sidetracked. It wouldn't surprise me if people clicked off. But yeah, we know what this story is going to be about. It's going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy, a Star Wars level space op. It's going to be crazy. The visuals are probably going to be stunning. It's already filmed. It's already done. This movie's coming out for sure. What we can expect next, or maybe even before that, is going to be the Lanterns TV show series, which is expected to be more like a true crime, noir, true detective type of show. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to have the older Hal Jordan teaching Jon Stewart the ropes with a little bit of Guy Gardner in between. Should be interesting. It's just going to be cool to see the Green Lanterns finally get on the big screen again. I guess not the big screen, but any screen, to be honest. And we know that this is supposed to have something that's supposed to be huge for the rest of the DCU. Biggest wild card for 2026 for DC is going to be the Clayface movie, which is supposed to be a full-out horror movie. Gonna be wild. I think this might change the game for superhero movies, to be honest. We've had all types of genres for superhero movies, but I cannot recall a good superhero horror movie. Fan Forstic tried it, but that shit was ass. Getting to see the new DCU, which seems more colorful, seems more comic booky, more wacky, like anything could happen. Getting to see that from a different lens, from a more dark, twisted point of view, watching someone go through body horror as they turn into a fucking clay monster, that's gonna be fucking insane, bro. Then we move to 2027, and this is where my predictions start. Well, I guess not really, because we know the Batman Part 2 is coming out October 1st, 2027. Hopefully they don't move it back. Hopefully they move it forward, but I feel like October is the perfect release for a Batman movie, especially in this universe. I'm hoping there's going to be a wintry theme. I hope we're going to get a good-ass villain. I hope we see a Robin in this movie, even though that might be a little bit weird with the Bat family being introduced in The Brave and the Bold, but I don't know. And hell, it wouldn't surprise me if this movie takes place in the DCU. I'm just putting it out there. You never know. After the Batman Part 2, we're pretty much just guessing and predicting. And I think that 2027, the other big movie that's releasing, is the Wonder Woman movie. It's already said that they're fast tracking it, which just means that it's become a priority at DC Studios. They want to get the big three out. They want to get a Batman, a Wonder Woman, and a Superman out. I think that Wonder Woman movie, we can expect it in 2027. I'm telling ya, bro, hell, it wouldn't surprise me if in a month or two after this, we get an announcement that Wonder Woman is officially in production for 2027. You feel what I'm saying? Or maybe we'll get the Wonder Woman casting. You never know. But the two big movies are going to be the Batman Part 2 and Wonder Woman. I'm very confident in that. But the TV shows is where it gets interesting. I think the first one we're going to get is the Waller TV show series. And I think a big part of it is because we need to see Lex Luthor again. They made sure we knew that at the end of Superman, Lex Luthor got sent to Belle Reve, which is where the Creature Commandos, which is where Argus, which is where everybody is, where Waller. That's where they are. You feel what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me if he gets in there, he gets sent to like a special cell where Amanda Waller talks to him and brings him in to come help her build weapons or maybe like try to combat something. And it eventually ends with, the show ends with Lex Luthor getting out and getting more power than he already had. Not exactly sure what the big threat they would be trying to combat against is, but all I know is that Lex Luthor is definitely showing up in this show, and it's definitely going to end with him either having a bunch of government tech, or maybe he'll be the president at the end of the show. Something big is going to happen. My last 2027 release, I debated between this and Creature Commando Season 2, which still could come out as well. But I think we're going to get that Booster Gold series. It's got me leaning this more than Creature Commandos, as they're both being written right now, but we know that this one seems to be a little bit more ahead than Season 2 because they're writing the pilot right now, and if that's good, they're going to give it the green light. And I mean, if they're already writing the pilot and they're ready to give this show the green light, that lets me know that they want to drop this show immediately. So I think that 2027, maybe 2028, but I think 2027 is when we'll see Booster Gold. Yeah, man, that's what I'm thinking we're going to get from the DCU the next 2 years. Some slight projects, some big hitters potentially, some cool little TV shows too, if they stick to this model at least. I said my piece though. I'm curious what y'all think. How y'all feeling about the 2026 slate? Are you excited for it? And what do y'all think about my 2027 slate? Would you be hyped for that? And what would y'all have them release in 2027? Let's talk about it in the comments down below, man. Because you know we got to talk about it. It's just simple.